has to go anywhere. Oh. Okay, that's just creepy. Because that's impossible. That's impossible.
That's nice. I caught that too.
Okay, that is just creepy.
I caught that.
So where we're standing right now is actually the remains. You see a lot of these headstones here. Is the remains of one of Aurora's first pioneer cemeteries. A lot of these headstones were actually uncovered back in 2001. Quite inspirational, some of these, because some of the dates on these people were born actually in the 1850s. Some of the ages on some of these people that passed, 95 years old, 97 years old, 78 years old. That's incredible when we talk about an era where people, they didn't have medicine like they do today. People had to struggle to survive. Actually, this wonderful church that was built in the mid-1800s actually was built on land given by John Moseley. John Moseley was a gentleman that actually owned all this area in the 1850s. It was all farmland that he owned. And he had a vision that with the arrival of the railways in 1853, Aurora was going to thrive, just explode. So he actually subdivided his land, and actually they were meeting in his front room of his house, having church services. So he donated property so they could build this wonderful old church. But you see what happened is in 2001, where they built the add-on here, something incredible happened. See, they were excavating and digging for the new foundation. Some of the records for the church, the old church, were either lost or perished in a fire. They're not sure where they went. But as they were digging, they uncovered a casket and realized they may have uncovered the Pioneer Cemetery. So they had to stop work by law, and they called in an expert who was going to come in, and he would find where all the caskets were so they could intern them and remove them to the cemetery, and so the people could be respected properly again. So the gentleman came along, and he actually was able to identify. He took a little flag each time he said there's actually a casket there. He marked it with a flag. There's one there. There's one there. There's one there. There's two there. So then he left. They brought in the people to dig and everything, and shovels, and each time where there was a marker, he was right. They pulled up a casket. The next one, he was right. The guy was batting 100% all the way through until they got to the very last one, and where he said there was two there, they only pulled up one casket. The guy was doing so well, they wanted to call him and congratulate him, but they didn't have the heart to call him that he was wrong on the last one. Until they opened the casket where he said there was two there, and it was actually a woman who had been pregnant. He was right. The gentleman, however, though, did not turn soil once. Not did he put a shovel into soil to find a casket. Anybody want to take a guess how we found every single one of those caskets and remains?
Memory?
It wasn't from the community.
No, it's in memory.
Divining rod. He actually walked with a divining rod, Y-shaped, and just found every single one. You see, folks, what happens is our bodies even vibrate after we're gone. And if anybody starts singing that Beach Boys song, I'm going to scream. That just shows you the power we have after we're gone. So do you think there's a possibility that they say that there's a slight fine line between a ghost and a spirit? A ghost is someone who is trapped. They can't move on. The spirit is someone who has the right to come and go as they please. Sometimes we call that a guardian angel. Well, some of the stories you're going to hear as we move into an older section of Aurora are stories of that, guardian angels. And some of the stories you're going to hear are people that are just darn creepy. And the stories are going to shock you. So we're going to head over to the Cultural Center, and then we're going to head to the hotbed of Aurora, where the creepiest stories are, and your senses are going to be played with. Let's move on.